In this video, we understand how to updating variables and we understand what is the string variables and how to store text data in Python. And the other things is how to update strings, how to combine strings and multiple variables with different types. We want to talk about all of this. At this first, updating variables. Variables in Python are not fixed. Their values can be updated at any time during program execution. For example, num is equal 5 and print num, and we want to change num to 10 is num is 10 and print num. In this example, the variable num is first assigned the value 5 and later it is updated to 10. Python replaces the old value with the new one. Num equal 5, print num, num change to 10, print num, num. What happened? What is the output? At the first is 5 and then is 10. So in this example, Python replaces the old value with the new one. Next, updating using the current value. A variable can also be updated using its current value. For example, num equal 5 again. Num equal num plus, for example, 2. It's good. Print num. And what about the output? You can see 7. What happened? This operation means at the first, take the current value of num 5. Next, add 2. Next, store the result 7 back into num. A shorter form of these operations uses a compound assignment operator, and I want to use this. So for compound assignment operator, for this example, num is 5 is the same. Num plus equal 2 and print num. What happened? Exactly such as previous. Num 5, num is equal num plus 2, 5 plus 2 is 7, and print num. We have this. So another subject is string variables. String variables. In Python, variables can also store text data. Known as strings. Strings are written inside quotations mark or double quotation marks. For example, name equal marks Kurosh. And print name. What happened? The output is Kurosh. Another example, we want to updating strings. String variables can also be updated. For example, name from Kurosh change to John. And print name. What happened? Update Kurosh change to John. Another section is combining strings. We say that concatenation, combining strings. For example, first name Kurosh. Second or last name, for example, equal parent. Yes, we have first name Kurosh, last name parent. So we want combine Kurosh blank parent. Exactly. For combining full name, for example, equal first name, correct? Yes. Plus we use this operator and we want to use blank plus last name. What is the last name? Exactly, last name. And after this we run, and please print full name. Yes, Kurosh parent. So we want to use, for example, blank. We use blank in this part, and you can see two blank. You can see this is. So please do Control S for saving. Again, Control S for saving your program. We need this program. This process is called string concatenation, and it allows us to build more complex text from simpler parts. So important tip using quotes. If we write a string without quotes, Python will produce an error. For example, so important tips. For example, A is Kurosh and print A. What happened? We have error. Exactly. If we write a string without quotes, Python will produce an error. For example, I mentioned A Kurosh, but print A, we have this. But if I use these double quotation marks and print A, what happened? We don't have any problem and we don't have any error. So multiple variables with different types. We can also assign different values to multiple variables in one line, including numbers and a string. For example, A, comma, B, comma, C equal 10, comma, 12.5, for example. What happened in this command? A stores an integer number, and this is 10. B stores a floating point number is 12.5. This is floating point number. And C stores a string, IBU, International Business University. This shows that Python can handle different data types easily. And I will explain about the data types, but Python can handle different data types easily and assign them at the same time.